Okay, looks like we're recording. All right, guys, welcome to the team call. It's Monday, March 6th. Let's see. Okay, so a lot of you guys are already on the leaderboard. This from last month. Shout out, good job. You guys did a good job last month. You are already on there this month, this first week in March. So good work. It makes a difference, you guys. You guys are really making a difference. So know that and keep going and keep being consistent. All right, so Robin, she's in her car.
Yes.
She's here.
Yes. Hi, everybody. All right, dates. Today, March 6th, we started the March Meltdown. You can still add people, check in with them. If you have people in there, make sure you're checking in, you're participating. That's most of why we do this. You want to show that you can support your customers. So get in there. If anyone already has their Shakeology or has a program and they want to get Shakeology, they can still be added and then just wait for their Shakeology to get here. We also have, Shalise has an Ultimate Reset group that started today. Shalise started the reset. So woohoo, good job, girl. You have 2 people doing it with you?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 people.
Awesome. And then our new coach, Building a Badass Business. It's not really a new coach group. I actually highly recommend it for veteran coaches as well. We're teaching a new aspect, a new way to look at your business in terms of your branding, you're narrowing your niche. And, when you're trying to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. So helping you guys do that, helping you guys with social media and going live on Facebook. So we're actually really excited. Rania, Shalise, and I have created posts, and Rania and Shalise have pulled from their WBA training that when we had Jen and Angie on for guest speakers on our call. So it's really, really cool. I'm excited about it and excited to participate. So next Monday, we have a free squat group. So that's such an easy invite, you guys. Create your own event, invite people, post about it. There's no pressure from anyone. No one has to buy anything. And easy way to then have your friends add friends, and they have to friend you. So great way to make new contacts and make sure, again, you're participating and commenting and engaging in the group. And I think that's it for me. Oh, April 3rd is our Spring Fit and Beyond group. We just named it, and starting April 3rd. So you can be inviting to that now. And if anyone wants in now, they can go into the Fit Tribe, and then you can move them over once we start. But wanted to get that out so we know what we're inviting to in all of March for April, and we're getting people engaged and involved. It's like 90 days to summer at this point, or a little bit over 90 days until the official summer. So we got to start putting it out there that we're here, we're the go-to, we're the source for helping people feel better for summer. So
Exactly. And just to piggyback off what Robin said a little bit, yeah, this coach group, we should have never put new in there. It's for everybody. So definitely encourage you guys to get in. It's opening a whole new world for me, this class I'm taking. And Rania, I feel like if you follow Rania, you can tell how her posts have changed, her storytelling has changed a lot. Like, Rania, do you want to add anything about the group?
Yeah, I think it's just more about focusing on building you and building your confidence, and like Robin said, learning who to speak to and how to speak to them to like hit their what they call pain points, which we talk about, but just really be able to build a relationship with people through your posts and through a group and things like that, rather than talking Beachbody and talking programs and talking, rank and all that, because people don't really know what any of that means and they don't really care. They want to know what you can do to help them, how it's changed your life, how it's changed your challenger's life, and then learning how to share that. So I hope that in our group, we will help you guys get better or learn more about that.
Exactly. And it's about finding your people,
Yes.
your tribe. So like I'm attracting my people who are like me. We want you to teach you how to attract the people that are like you. So then when you're talking to them, it's just like you're talking to your best friend or somebody that's just like you. That's the whole
And you
tribe
can
of
relate
people.
to their struggles, and they know
Right.
you've been there, so you can really help them because you were where they are,
Or you are where they are.
or you are where they are. Either one, yes.
But if you're not sharing your struggles, you're not going to find these people, if that makes sense. We're going to do all of that. And I think it's so beneficial. So definitely get in there if you aren't. Tell your coaches, and like it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. So we have a special guest speaker this evening. This is Tammy Lake. Take it away.
Okay. So every year for the last 3 years, I take a group of kids, 10 high school kids, to a leadership conference. And every year for the past 3 years, I have actually gotten a ton out of it, of the basically professional development that they provide the kids. So the first day is like a training session for them for leadership. And this year, one of the sessions was, there's a local business coach here in Topeka, a group of, actually they started with 3 people 2 years ago and have grown to a group of about 19. They're business coaches. They call themselves coaches, kind of like we're health coaches, but they're business coaches. I kind of think of them like Jen and Angie maybe, but they're more of brick and mortar business, I think. But so anyway, they were sharing with the kids about communication. And so I took a whole bunch of pictures of all their slides and I was going to share them with you. So if you see little heads in the picture, that's because I was in the back row and was trying to get pictures. So let me share my screen really quick. Hold on. I had this ready, and then we were in the basement for the tornado. There was no tornado. We're fine.
No tornado?
No, we're fine now.
Yeah. Good.
But that's why Deanne's not on.
Crazy
Okay.
weather.
Is she still in the basement?
Yes.
Tornado weather right now.
Yes.
Weird.
March. Okay, can you see the rule of threes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they started out with the rule of threes. When I was thinking of it, I was like, oh, 3 people, power of 3 scripting. But it was really more, 3 seconds to earn the next 30 seconds, to earn the next 3 minutes, to earn the next 30 minutes, to earn the next 3 hours, to earn the next 3 years of working together. So they were talking about, you have that first initial impression. And a lot of this was in face-to-face conversation, but I think it really applies in any conversations you're having. You've got just a teeny bit of time to catch their attention. And then after that, you have a little bit more time. And then you're building that relationship till eventually maybe you're working together for 3 years and beyond. I mean, I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary with Shalise, and I just think about, the teeny bit of things she did in the beginning to catch my attention. So it's not like you have to start huge. Don't think of, oh, I got to talk to this person for 30 minutes in the very beginning. No, you need to, even just a smile or a quick compliment, something to start building that relationship. So then the next thing.
That's awesome. I like that.
They were talking about asking questions. I love listening. Listen, Linda, listen. But anyway, listen twice as often as you speak. I think this is really huge for us as coaches. We tend to word vomit a lot. I know is something we've talked about on these calls, but really we should be listening 2 times as much as we speak. So for everything that we talk about, we should be giving them at least twice as much time to talk. That's how we're going to build the relationship. We ask a question, they talk, and we listen. So listen twice as often as you speak. Then they were talking about the question funnel, which we do a lot of. Ask open-ended questions, the who, where, what, why, when, how. I mean, I think that's the forming part of it. But I really liked the play dumb and dig deep. Act like you don't know anything. Or, and really start digging deep of, oh, I didn't know that about you. Can you tell me more about that? Or, hey, that's really cool. What else do you do with that? Play dumb about what they're talking about. Don't really be dumb. You know what I mean? But just really start to dig deep in the relationship. So the question funnel, you're starting off with those open-ended questions to try to get to a deeper relationship. I really liked these. So it was their script cheat sheet, and they were doing a role play, and it was about some stupid thing with senators. But I really was thinking about how these would apply. I, of course, would make this sound more like me, but, tell me what happened from your point of view. So I might say something like, from what you see in your life, what's going on in your life right now? What's going on in your health and fitness from your point of view? I may see something in you, but maybe you see something different. And then ask them, well, how has this impacted you? How has this problem that you've told me about impacted you? And I really liked what do you believe the future impact will be? If you have this problem right now that you've told me about problem A. You've told me it impacts you in this way. If you don't do something different, how is this going to impact you in the future? And then they were talking a lot, I like this next one, about for sales. If you have been asking all the right questions and you say, so what do you think the next step should be? Most of the time they're going to say, I think I should try product A or whatever, Shakeology or the All Access Pass. But if you've been asking enough questions and getting deep enough, you really don't have to tell them, well, I think you should buy this. You can say, well, what do you think the next step should be? And if they say something like, well, I think something totally non-related, then maybe you need to go back and ask some more questions, talk about the impact. But I really liked the what do you believe the next step should be? Trying to get them to lead you there instead of you trying to push it on them. So they talked about the question cycle. You ask a question, you listen, and then you give a positive stroke. So you ask a question, they're giving you an answer, and then you say something like, oh yeah, I really understand that. Or, you're not really contributing to the conversation, but you're kind of stroking their ego of telling them you're listening, and you're not really adding value at this point. You're just kind of stroking the conversation. You're trying to get them to keep talking. So maybe get them to ask another question, but, trying to keep the conversation going and let them know that you are listening. So the head nodding, oh yeah, I understand that, or, oh, I've had that, or no, or I've seen that happen, or, things like just to kind of keep the conversation going. The question softeners, when you get to kind of those awkward topics that you really need to ask a deep question. So if you really need to ask them about their pain point or about their issue, try to soften the question. They said a lot of times if you say, hey, can I just ask you what's holding you back from this purchase? You've softened the question a little bit, can I just ask you a question to dig deeper here? If they say yes, more than likely, whatever you ask them next of, can you help me understand what's not doing this, why you're not making this purchase? They've already given you permission to ask the question to answer. They're more than likely to answer it. If you've kind of softened it and said, hey, by the way, can I just ask you another question? Oh yeah, ask me anything. Well, then they're probably going to answer you. Whereas if you had just hit them bam with this question, they might be more willing to say, I'd rather not answer that right now. So just kind of softening the question when you have something a little deeper to ask. And then the last thing they talked about was, and I think this really applies, of being above or below the line. So there's the line that gets results and reasons, victor or victim. So they talked about, if you're being the victim and if you're just giving reasons and you're falling below the line, there's blame, excuses, denial, and it's like you're lying in bed and just laying there waiting for things to happen. If you're above the line, you're getting results, you're a victor, you're taking ownership, you're being accountable, you're being responsible. And I missed the slide where they did this, but see, it's the ownership. You have your own ship and you have an oar on your own ship. Yeah, they were really big into acronyms. But
I like it.
Anyway, so just really talking about putting yourself above or below the line. I've found myself a lot lately below the line, and I'm blaming other things. I'm coming up with tons of excuses. But if I want to be above the line and be a victor and have results, I really need to take ownership for myself, be accountable, and take responsibility. So that's what I got.
That was fantastic. Thank you
Great
so much
stuff,
for sharing
Tammy.
that.
They were really cool
good.
people. Really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe how much it I mean, it goes with everything, right? But
Yeah.
it definitely pertains to what we do as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, girl. That's great. I'm glad we recorded that. Okay, Miss Robin, you're back on.
All right, people, we have Summit coming up. It seems like July is a long way away, but it's not. July 13th through 16th are the official Summit dates. We will likely, I'm speaking mostly for myself, but in the past, we've come in the day before so that we can kind of like get acclimated, and then we'll likely do some sort of a team something like maybe a training or go to a training or something in the early part of the day on the 13th. So getting in on Wednesday, if that's a Wednesday, right? The 12th.
Yeah.
Allows us a little bit more time just to get in, get to the hotel, you know, all that kind of stuff, chat with each other, be super excited, register, like all those things. So I think I saw Gemma is getting an instructor, Core de Force instructor training at Summit, so she'll definitely be in early. So anyway, we have our group started. If you have a hotel, if you need a hotel, just shout it out in there and we'll start, you know, figuring some things out, but just make sure you have it on your calendar. You get your child care taken care of, or your work days off, or all that stuff, because it is an experience that you will not forget. And every single time that I've gone, I like register in like the first 5 minutes of them opening registration for the next time, because it's irreplaceable what you, not only the friendships and the training and the business stuff and the celebrity trainers and just the whole thing is just fantastic. So
yeah,
it's
amazing, and it's in New Orleans, and I've never been there. I'm excited. No, it's worth it. If you want to ask questions, you guys just ask. But I definitely recommend make it happen. I think one thing it always does for me is you're surrounded by all that believe what you believe, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is totally real. Like this, look at these people that are all successful. Here's the thing, they're no different than me, except they've been consistent longer, right? That's the only difference between those people on the stage or getting whatever. Some of them might have started sooner, but the big thing is they are consistent. That's it. If you guys are consistent and you show up every day and you share, I'm saying all Beachbody, I'm saying just show up. Share your struggles, because there's going to be people out there that are struggling, like, and they're going to relate to that. Like, oh my gosh, I used to be fit and I've gained back all this weight. Now I'm fighting to take it. Share that. You're going to have people that will be like, me too, let's do it together. Okay? So definitely, okay, gotta get off. Bye, Robin.
Bye, you guys. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
And I know it's scary to share, but you just need to know that, you guys, we have a gift here, and you're being selfish if you don't share it with others, if you don't give it away, if you don't, you know, spread it to others. So be consistent is my biggest piece of advice right now. And I think that's so huge, because I think people kind of watch you, right? They're watching you for your ups and downs. And then if they're watching you and they're thinking, yeah, I need to do something, and then you drop off for a few weeks and they're still thinking like, oh yeah, I wonder what she was doing. I really like that 21-day thing. So they're going to start looking over here, and there's about 5 million other coaches that are waiting to say like, I'll help you, right? So it's so important that you need to be consistent. Even if you're struggling, share it all. Be positive, if that makes sense. Like, there's a way to be positive and share your struggles and not negative. So and that's a craft. So here's the thing that we're going to do in this coach group as well. If you want to share something and share your story, write it up, put it in there, and we can help you, switch it up and switch it around. Like Ronya's really good at that. And we've learned a lot in our class about that too, that you start your story in the middle, the big part. Like what's one of the word I'm trying to say, Ronya? Oh, you're muted.
You frozen?
Me?
There you are.
I'm like, who's frozen, me or all of you? I think it's all of you because I'm still moving. What was I trying to say? You start your story at the
Middle.
In the middle.
You started at the climax instead of
it.
starting it at the beginning of your story.
Right.
We'll talk more about it in the
Yeah.
group. There's kind of a way of getting there.
Exactly.
What group? Which group?
The Badass Coach Training Group.
Okay.
So we'll add you in for sure.
Okay.
So that's all we have for tonight. We are right on schedule. Do you guys have any questions, any comments, anything? Share something good that's happened lately to you guys, or something good in your biz. Come on. And Tammy. Yeah, Courtney.
So I'm not really too sure yet. I'm waiting to hear back from Shalene Johnson's team, but Lisa Southers had told us that she was coming out with a new program. I'm assuming because she still is affiliated with Beachbody that she can't really release any other programs on her own.
I've heard that we're going to hear of a new program at the Success Club trip.
Yeah, but Lisa G and I both got in. She has a beta test group for the first 2 weeks of her new program.
Cool.
And Lisa and I both got in it. So that starts on the 13th of this
What
month.
do you do, or do you know?
We don't know yet. It's just it's like based on your your metabolic rating and everything like that. So she's going to send videos. No, and you can do, I guess, whatever workouts you want. I emailed the Team Johnson to see if it's affiliated with Beachbody to make sure that we can drink Shakeology, and she was like, I can't really answer that. She's like, but she'll go over everything. So I'm assuming that it's Beachbody, but fingers crossed, because that'll be huge for
That's awesome.
to be able to post about it and everything. So I'm excited.
That's great, girl. I'm excited to hear more about it.
Yeah, she's been doing a ton of research for her new, and it's an eating program. It's not like she's not doing, and it will not, I highly doubt it's hers that they're announcing in the Dominican. She's nowhere near ready. They're just starting to do these beta tests now.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that one, but it's right over our spring break and right after Ultimate Reset, so I couldn't do that one. But
how did you see, how do you find out that there's this?
I follow her on Snapchat, and I listen to her podcasts.
Oh, okay.
So it's mainly Snapchat was how I've been hearing about it. But so she's been doing a ton of that stuff. So that's really cool, Courtney. I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Well, I'll save all the videos. I can always pass them along.
Great. That's great. And so the class that Ronya and I are taking, well, Ronya is done with it. Are you done officially?
Yeah.
It's called the Wellpreneur Business Academy. So that's when we had the two Andrews on the call. I don't know if you guys remember that one. They're the ones who lead that. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about this class.
Is it through Beachbody, or is it different?
No, it's not through Beachbody. Just like the Josh Coates class some of us took last month, kind of that. Like they're life coaches.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anything else? Something good, Tammy? Tell me something good. Well, you're on day 15.
I'm on day 15. Haven't had sugar in 15 days. Meat in 13 days. Yes, I'm counting. And I'm still alive to tell about it.
The first meal will be meat.
I'm really scared about transitioning out, but you and I will talk about that later. So
Do you miss sugar?
no, it's weird.
Yeah.
I did smell my son's chocolate bar tonight, though.
Good job. Good job, girl. Jennifer, what about you? Something good.
Things at work are looking up, and I had a $20 payment from Beachbody come through hit my bank account. I don't know why, but I have to check into that. So like, oh, that's good.
That's from HealthBet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I wondered.
Yay.
Okay.
Take that, girl. Awesome. Abby, how are you, girl?
Good. Just getting myself back motivated to do my workouts and getting more consistent again.
Good. Tell us something good.
Our family's recovered from sickness, I guess. So that's why we're all finally recovered. And Chad's been a motivator because he's been more consistent than I have. So that's getting me back into it also.
Great. It's pretty cool that both of you are doing it.
Yeah.
That's
he
great.
loves Body Beast, so that's been his.
Nice. Are you doing Summit? Planning on coming to Summit?
I have a ticket and planning on it. I want to go. Trying to budget right now, but
Is he coming too?
no.
Watching the kids.
Season, so it's not a good time of year.
Yeah, that's great. Good. Awesome, girl. And Carolyn, are you there? There she is. Hi, Carolyn.
She's there, but she's muted.
Yeah. Rania, tell me something good.
Oh, here's one thing to know. I had a coach sign up and the points didn't show up, and I called coach relations and it was under review. So if that ever happened, make sure you find out why, because she had to call in something with her like credit card wasn't working, and now they're shipping out her stuff. So that was good, because good for me, good for her.
Yeah, good to know. Be proactive with that stuff for sure.
I don't know. I guess that's good. It's Monday. It's too early to think of what's good.
I hear ya. All right, Carolyn, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yay, hi.
Hi. Well, I had a really nice talk with Robin today, so that was good. That was like a good thing. I needed to chat it up with her and just kind of go over what I'm going to be doing and not doing. But yeah, so that's my good stuff for the day.
That's great. That's great. We'll take it. We'll take it. And my good stuff, I got day 1 in the books of the 21-day fix. If I go to bed like right now and don't be
Not
tempted
21-day fix.
What am I doing?
Her brain's foggy.
The ultimate reset at 7 o'clock. I can go to bed, right? So I don't eat anything.
When you're up at like 4 o'clock, yes.
Oh, geez. Anyway, thank you guys for getting on. I pulled up a quote. Don't dream your life. Don't dream your life, live your dreams. I know it sounds cheesy, but I really believe we can do it. I really do. So thanks for getting on, guys. And we will see you hopefully in our coach group. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, thank you.
Hi.
Yes.